I'm ready.
Telling you, we're gonna see all the drag queens walking on the street, like, "Hey!" And you're gonna help me gain my courage to go up to Shangela.
Yes, we're gonna
yeah.
go.
But so Tara is so sweet. I gotta tell you guys this. So she's from Toronto, not far from me. She hosts table reads. So she'll prepare like scripts of like an episode of whatever show, and you'll get assigned a character, and you go and you read the scripts.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's so fun. Yeah.
that sounds cool. What shows
Yeah.
have you guys done?
I've done so the last one I've done The Office, and then about a month ago I did. Yeah.
Oh, it was awkward being in that other room
I know.
with Brad. I'm like, hey, yeah, go over here.
Yeah, but poor Brad hasn't been here for any of all of this, so
That
he has
definitely
no idea what's going on.
That threw more shade on him. Like he had seen the link as well. Every time there's a message sent, I check who sees it. He's seen it from the beginning.
Oh.
He's seen it at the beginning. He was one of the first people to see it, and so it's just throwing even more shade on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna bring his name up at the round table because he needs to explain.
No, I appreciate that, Brandon. We need that. If we don't bring up names, we have nothing to go on. So that's.
And I just did the math. If Brad's the last traitor, and all 6 of us are faithful at the end, we'll get $25 each.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, it's good. And I'll spoil myself tomorrow.
Yeah.
Spoil myself by going to McPukes. That's what I call McDicks. McDonald's.
I've
like
never
I
heard
have
of
multiple nicknames for it.
I've never heard McDicks. That's hilarious.
Oh yes. I would buy senator tickets, but frig no.
Brandon, the Senators and the Maple Leafs don't go there. We are winning.
No.
In 4 games, we are winning. Talking about hockey.
I'm not knowledgeable.
I would buy.
We're talking Maple Leafs for Senators. I'm Maple Leafs, Brandon is Senators.
Crappy Leafs versus Senators.
Anthony, this is their year, Anthony.
It's our year. It is our year.
This is their year.
There's literally conspiracy
challenge.
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
I was believing you, girl.
Did you like how I revealed my lie?
Or it was just because like I've been to other cities, and then I thought that would be a smart way.
Yeah.
I loved how the way I revealed my lie.
It was very dramatic.
Yeah. Mirror on the. I thought that would have revealed it right away.
I thought I fucked it up so bad.
Gal Gadot was the evil queen, and the evil queen is the only person that says "mirror, mirror" on the wall.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Oh, I've seen it 3 times.
Damn.
In 4DX.
That was like me. That was like me when Endgame came out. I saw it like
I only saw it
Friday, Saturday,
and I'm
Sunday,
like, no.
Hey, Brad.
What up,
Brad?
Hello.
Good.
Oh, hey.
Hey, now that it's who it's here, you guys, it's not me. Obviously, y'all know it's not a hope, but it's not me. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been trusting my gut. I've been trusting, my loyalty since the beginning, and I feel like that's the way I need to end this. So that's kind of where I'm going tonight.
Damn.
So Victoria, I was talking with Brad and Daniel in the other room. So I know Jonathan might think that Brandon and myself could possibly be traitors. Did you know about all this or no?
So like Daniel and Brad said, Jonathan said
in the conversation between you, me, and Jonathan, Victoria,
he said that Brandon and Caleb could be traitors.
Mm-hmm.
He actually said the opposite. I think like that it isn't y'all.
I don't think so.
Or
my last message from him was he thought it was the 2 of them, but.
Oh. Yeah, maybe like with me, he was just saying like pointing out reasons why it could be anyone, and so I got the impression he didn't think it was like
Yeah.
Brandon and Kale.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know when me and him talked, we did talk about Brandon a little bit, but the last time we had discussed names, I think I had thrown out Patrice, and I'm gonna be honest, Caleb, I had threw your name out, and he definitely agreed with me in regards to that. Didn't provide much of an explanation for you, Caleb, but more so an explanation on Patrice, and that's kind of where most of our conversation was. And then today, if I'm being honest, like we just mainly talked about Brandon and kind of the possibilities that he is a traitor. You know, there was a conversation that Jonathan and I had, and he had mentioned that there was some drama in between Stick and Brandon, and Stick was already threatening to quit the game because Brandon was saying things and throwing her name out, and she felt like she couldn't defend herself effectively against Brandon. So it makes me wonder if, assuming Stick was a traitor, if the original traitors were Stick, Melissa, and Brandon, and because Stick and Brandon were going at odds, it put Melissa in a weird spot. And that's why when Stick quit, Melissa kind of just like, in my opinion, she kind of just like threw in the towel kind of thing.
Can I ask a question? I told Caleb
Yeah.
this, and Victoria, maybe you can help me, but like, because you catch the details. I thought that Phil said when we revealed we were playing that game, and it was like she held a sign. I thought Phil said, "I'm giving you a little game information there," or something like that. That Stick was a faithful.
I think it was.
I thought it said faithful.
I think it was a alluding to her being a faithful, but I don't think it was an actual reveal that she was a faithful. Because if I remember correctly, either the first or second night, I want to say it had to have been after Trader Selection, where we were in a breakout room and Brandon was there, and it didn't mention in the competition that he did see it,
Like the card.
where we were discussing our roles, and Stick straight up held up a paper that said faithful on it. If I'm remembering
Well,
correctly.
for some reason I thought like the question was hypothetical, like, oh, hypothetically, if Stick were to hold up a sign that
No,
showed her role.
No,
I don't think it was
she actually
hypothetical.
had a paper. So that's what I was confused about too. I wasn't sure. Is the question was the question that Penelope said like, oh, what was Stick's role, or she? Oh, I'm remembering Stick holding up a paper. What did she say her role was?
The way it was worded, it was like I have a vision of Stick holding up a paper with a role on it. Was she faithful or was she traitor?
But then if it says
So-
was she faithful,
Right.
then it makes it sound like it is faithful.
Because we're answering the question. We're answering that she wrote faithful, and she truly did write faithful on that paper.
But why
Not
did
that
Phil
it's confirmed.
say? But why did Phil say, "I'm giving you a little game information there"?
To throw us off. I'm telling you. They literally said, Phil literally said when it was announced that Stick quit that her role would not be revealed.
Yeah, but then I thought he did.
But I guess if there's like a vision can be hypothetical.
Every single question we had gotten in that challenge actually happened in the game.
Oh, so I must have misinterpreted it because I assumed that meant she was.
We all did.
Mhm.
We
and
all
now
did.
I don't know.
Because I was thinking back on it, I'm like, why would a role be confirmed if we were already told that her role would not be revealed?
That makes
And
sense. You're saying that she said she was saying I'm seeing the vision of her holding it up. What did she write on there?
traitor or faithful? That was the question. What did she write on there? What was on the paper? And she did write faithful on that paper and showed it. And she used to do that a lot. She did the same thing when she was like throwing Brad's name. She was like, Brad's right here, you know. She used to do that a lot. And Brandon caught it. He was like, I do remember that. And that's when I was thinking back, like, did that actually happen? And then I feel like I remember her actually doing that. But it was during the breakout rooms, so I don't know who else was in that room.
Mhm.
But again, it's just a theory for you guys. Like, again, I could be wrong, but I wanted to bring it forth here, so you guys know.
See, originally I thought he was confirming as well, but I guess you're right when he said it's not going to be confirmed like at all. So
yeah, because
maybe I misunderstood. Maybe
we interpreted it as a confirmation, but
yeah,
it was never a confirmation because it actually happened in the game.
That's definitely the first question I want to ask Phil when this game's over. So.
Yeah, like what was that? Like was it an actual like yes, or was it just oh that's what she was holding up?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because again, it would just make sense. I don't know Stick very well, but from what I hear about her, that she likes the game, she likes to play, and if she was already saying that the issues happening with Brandon would cause her to quit, and then goes and quits, it's very fair. It's very fair to say that Brandon is a direct cause of that. You know what I'm saying?
So wait a second. So with Tina being a faithful, and most think Stick could be a faithful, Anthony's like the only other returning player. Do you honestly think that he could be a traitor by any chance if a returning player is a traitor?
I mean, I've said this before. Like looking at everybody, if I have to think it's Anthony, again, I did think it was Anthony at one point just because of the returning theory and because the whole swearing on his dog thing. But I obviously it could be him. I'm not like whatever. But we had a conversation after that. We had a conversation after that night, and just it was through voice memo too, and it just seemed, and it was very like back to back. Like it wasn't like oh like let me wait a second and plan this out. Like it was very like, hey Daniel, I just want to talk to you about what happened today. And he kind of explained himself, and then we kind of went back and forth, and just it felt fine to me, personally.
Yeah, that is something interesting to think about. Obviously, if Stick truly was a faithful and wasn't
Right.
traitor, then it does look a little,
Yeah.
we're kind of at a point where it's like there's not many people.
Yeah.
So, damn. What's up, Brandon?
Brandon. Oh, shuffled.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hello.
What are we thinking for tonight?
Obviously I'm just gonna bring Brandon and Brad. You guys are saying each other's names. Let's not like beat around the bush. Like that's kind of what's happening, and
Yep.
That's.
And I have my reasons, which I'll save for the round table.
That's fine. I felt like you guys were setting me up today on that, and that's fine. I'm ready.
Damn it, they haven't brought my second juice bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, they're supposed to be bringing me my new juice because my other one expired.
So I know we've said a couple of names to each other tonight, obviously.
Okay.
Anthony, what do you think? I haven't had a chance to ask you yet.
We're shuffling.
Now it's just you and I now.
Yeah.
I was about to ask Anthony a question, and then you just kicked him out of here.
Brandon's gonna go for me, but dude, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do here in a minute. But like for me, my Bible means more than any dog or whatever, and I'm gonna swear on my Bible that I'm faithful. So just know that's coming, because I'm not. You guys know that, but I'm not. So you should pick somebody else.
I even see the cross on like your shirt and stuff as well.
Yeah, it's a big deal to me.
Oh, all right, let's do it.